I learned in marriage that words goes a long way. What you say and how you say it, even though you may not mean it like that, but we need to be very careful with our words to our spouse, to our children.
The entire heaven and earth was made with words, and if you've been married for a while, you will know that women don't easily forget words.
Bible says submit yourself one to another. Before he now says wives submit to your own husband. If you count 20 years, you can't take out brethren. You can't say these guys are together for this number of years and you don't give credit to the spirit that has done the binding.
Welcome everyone. This is 20th anniversary, 20 lessons learned in 20 years of wedding. Okay, so today we are looking at role of God party in a marriage. What are those roles that a God party can do? What do they do? What's their benefits?
And who is a God party?
Who is a God? Okay, God party is like a spiritual head over the family. We call it the
Somebody
discipler.
that represents God
In the family.
in that marriage.
Can be a discipler, a mentor, a pastor, somebody that is just standing in the place of God in the family. God cannot come down physically, but someone has to stand and represent God. So what are the roles that God party person has done in our home? We discovered that particular person helps to put caution, helps in pressing break, even when you don't want to do anyhow. Like for me, for example, when any issues happen in the home and I feel, who do I talk to? As in my husband, I need someone to talk to my husband. Who do I talk to? How do we address the matter? We have a God party, third party that
No, third party.
God party.
Yeah.
That we have agreed on, that can speak to situations in our home. So I have seen the person help us a lot, and it has softened issues. The person has brought clarity to issues. The person has stood in for us to say, you can wait, you should wait, you should do this thing like this, you should handle this matter like this. So those are the roles of God party, even in a marriage, that has really helped us in these 20 years.
People are used to the word third party. But you see, a marriage bond is basically a man, his wife, and God. Actually, the bonding agent in that union is God. But God is not physical. So there is somebody that a husband and a wife agrees on to represent God in that union. So that person is honored as a shepherd under God over that marriage. So the husband and the wife agrees that in case somebody like me can say, in case I misbehave, you have the right to report me to this person, so that you don't just go to your colleagues or staff room or your parents and just go and say, I did this. I didn't give her that license to do that, but she needs expression. So in case I misbehave or mess up or something, she has the right. And I won't go back and say, why did you report me to? If I say that, that means I did not honor that consent, that agreement that we made, that you can always report me. Because many times when couples have issues and they come to us, we sometimes ask them, who is that person that
can talk to your husband?
That
who does he listen to?
And sometimes it's so sad that
the wife says nobody.
The wife says there's nobody that can talk to my husband. There's nobody that he listens to. Because a God party is someone that both of you actually listen to. When you remove that from a marriage, it's like there's no fire extinguisher. Any little combustion destroys the whole place. And those guys can step in and just summon the husband, summon the wife, and cure the madness in just less than an hour, without necessarily, begging or ranting or or that because they are uh, beforehand, are giving that person that authority to be that over their lives. In our union, the God Party has been a very, very strong influential force, especially when someone like me, a pastor who leads several people. Most times, you may not find someone that can talk to him, but I have someone that we actually go to sit down and listen to. So it's not like we just,
Say is the one,
is
whereas you're not
this is my
going there.
discipler, this is my. We actually have a time in the year where we actually spend days sitting down and learning from him. Despite the fact that I do a lot of teachings to other couples and all that, I also sit down and I learn from someone. All right. So there's that person. Our children know him and they know their family. They know that even if daddy does something wrong, they know that there is, they call him grandpa. There's someone that, and this is not biological, it's just spiritual headship. Yeah. Where that thing is not available in a union, it's
a big problem. There are cases in our marriage that we have seen him step in to say, you can't do it like this. You should not do it like this. There was a case that we were going to move to another house, and my husband said, we need our spiritual father to give his consent to come and see the place, and if he doesn't agree, we will not move at that time. So we had to wait for him. He came around. We had a lot of discussion.
Made adjustments.
Do it like this. Don't do like that.
Don't allow snakes to come near the house.
Yeah.
Space this place. Using his own wisdom to guide to do that. And then, of course, blessing, prayers.
Yes.
And then you see many things happening there. And I can't just this major one. There was that day that I was in Lagos and my son had a crisis, and my wife just called me. Your son is dying. I mean, I literally wanted to jump and fly from Lagos to Ogun State within 1 minute before I realized I can't do that, because she said the guy is actually dying. I ran into the restroom and I was like, what do I do? What can I do in 1 minute to save the life of my son? And of course, his name came up. I called him and I remember telling him, your son is dying. And he just told me, Segun, where are you? I said, I'm in Lagos. He said, leave it to me. He will be fine. And that is not a mere statement. That is a spiritual authority talking with authority. Of course, I calmed, knowing that he had taken the weight of that burden of my heart. And you just need someone that can speak into your life, someone that can speak over your home, someone that can take responsibility to see that you guys do well. You need that person that both of you actually submit to. For us, he's done wonders. He's been involved at every stage, even in the children's life. They know that even if you want to get married, there's somebody that is going to also add to the query list to say, who's that guy? Let me be sure that you're doing well. So, that sense of having someone else watching our backs and being there with us, interested in our welfare, our well-being, to make sure we do well, is just awesome.
So I was going to say that the third part, the God party that we're talking about here, is not only when there is crisis that you remember God party, even in decision making, in the well-being. As one cited an example of calling him a child is not feeling fine. So it's not only in critical crisis that you remember God party, even in issues of life, the good progress of the family, involve your God party in all of such.
They help you to track, and that's where we are not saying bring everybody into your case. Just talk about your family life everywhere. Everybody knows what's going on in your house. That's third party, fourth party, fifth party, 10th party. But this is just a representative of God, the Godhead in that union that is different from just bringing everybody to your space. Families that don't have this risk a explosion of impounded burdens, unexpressed burdens, nobody to talk to. You don't want anybody to know what's going on. You don't want anybody to interfere. Nobody must interfere in my house. Nobody must know anything that's going on in my marriage. Then the woman piles up and piles up and piles up. He doesn't want anybody to know, and then suddenly, boom, there's a massive explosion that happens in the public square, and now the whole world now knows the kind of shit you're packing in the house that is smelling everywhere. And it's always bad when that happens. I hope this helps you. Have a God party. It helped us. It did. Bless you.
God bless.
We just go there, sit down and learn and just refresh, eat, have a nice time together away from the children. And by the time we are coming back home, it's just a new game entirely. Just go to an eatery, go out to eat. We've done that, and it has made this romantic spark to come over and over and over again.